calling them names, saying that they're stupid, backwoods, whatever. Do you see that this kind of attack on the individual, whether it's an attack on their character or on their intelligence or on their culture or on their church, or that they're hypocritical, that none of those attacks have, even if they're all true, have anything at all to do with whether God exists or not? Yes. This is just distraction. It's irrelevant to the broader question. But much of the time, another way to put it is ridicule is not an argument. You might remember that line, so when somebody's making fun of you to make a point, you can just calmly say, very interesting, but ridicule is not an argument. Do you have anything better than that? And ridicule passes as argument for a lot of people. Christopher Hitchens is a great example. Christopher Hitchens is a very abusive person. Now, I don't know if you know who this man is. He's actually a bright intellect, writes for Vanity Fair. He's an expert in Middle East kinds of issues. He's a sensational writer. He's very gifted, acerbic wit, and he uses that on his opponents.
Well now, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, comrades, friends, brothers, sisters, I would be self-sacrificially a Christian if I cut into my own time, limited as it is, to pay any compliments, so I won't, except to say that Dinesh is one of the most formidable debaters I've ever encountered on any subject, that he has the further great advantage of actually believing in this stuff. You try it. You go up and down the country, ask a Calvinist, does he really believe in Calvin's theory of predestination? Ask a Roman Catholic, do they really believe in the virgin birth? You get all kinds of Life of Brian evasions from them.
But it turns out that every time he tried to put somebody else down, this is all right. Maybe he's having fun. Maybe he's made somebody look ridiculous, but that's not an argument.
It's metaphorical, really. No, Dinesh believes this. That's very useful. And then I want to thank the alarmingly polite and wholesome faculty and staff of the King's College. Now, I'm asked to prove that Christianity is the problem, and I will try to do that, but for now, all I need to think I need to say is it's a problem or part of the problem, being as it is what we know it to be, a loose plagiarism from Judaism, and along with Judaism, one of the other two religions plagiarized in turn, that's given us all the blessings of Islam. So it's part of man-made religiosity that trades under the brand name of monotheism. And the problem that all three have in common is that of faith. Faith, in other words, that a man-made religion can actually keep a promise of salvation, not just in this life and the next. Dinesh, you'll notice, was careful to say, well, certain social ameliorations can be written down to Christianity. He didn't claim that it was a salvation in this life or the next, just that some of its adherents have occasionally taken liberal stances. Well, I think he'll find he has a higher standard of proof in front of an audience like this. That's the first belief that faith involves. And second, the belief that faith is in itself a virtue, transcending reason and dispensing, conveniently enough, with the need for evidence. Now, it's my proposition straight out and straightforwardly that what we think of as our morality, as our ethics, comes from human solidarity and predates all forms of monotheism. I was talking to a gentleman last night who listened to a debate at his school, university, and he said the atheist, basically the whole argument for the atheist was that Christians believe in Christ and in God because they were raised in Christian homes or cultures. And if, say, the person was raised in Iraq, they wouldn't be Christian at all, they'd be Muslim. To which I respond, you're probably right. Issues of the sovereignty of God aside, you're probably right. People adopt the religion that's part of their culture. And that person can go on for hours examining my motivations culturally, psychologically. Maybe I need a crutch, maybe I need a father figure. All of these things about what might motivate me to believe in God. And he could come up with all kinds of conclusions about my culture or about my personality or my psychological profile.
that are completely accurate, but never learn anything about God.